Out front, our second story, liar, liar. According to the Romney campaign, that is the president's strategy.
The president does a very good job of trying to mislead and distort and distract so he can try to win this thing by default.
Stop lying, Mr. President.
I think the challenge that I'll have in the debate is that the president tends to, how shall I say it, say things that aren't true.
You know, you gotta love Chris Christie. Say things that aren't true, mislead. Sometimes if you're gonna call someone a liar, you can just call them a liar. That's what Christie did there, of course. But this is a preview of what we're gonna be hearing from Mitt Romney on Wednesday when the two candidates face off for their first debate. At least that's what some say. Will it happen, and will that attack work? Reihan, Salam, and Roland Martin are here. Hey, good to see you both.
What's happening?
Good to be here.
All right, so what do you think? Is he gonna come out, Reihan, and say, look, you are, there you go, that famous, there you go again, there's another lie, or no?
I think it's extremely unpredictable. I think that it does make sense for them to push back. I'm not sure if the debate is the right place to do it. And I say that because immediately after Paul Ryan's speech, you have the Obama campaign referring to the lies in Paul Ryan's speech, and that's immediately echoed by President Obama's allies in the media. And then you don't have the Romney campaign respond sufficiently robustly. For example, President Obama has been running ads claiming that Mitt Romney's going to raise taxes on the middle class. Now, Mitt Romney has never made that claim, and this is coming from a report which is making all kinds of arguments.
Tax Policy Center
from the
report,
Tax Policy Center, and that has made all kinds of assumptions that the Romney campaign has very explicitly rejected. So again, they're treating this as though that's just a fact.
That I know he doesn't want to close.
Oh, that's true. And also Princeton economist Harvey Rosen has said that you could also generate enough growth to avoid any middle class tax increase. So again, there are a lot of credible folks who are saying something else. But again, he's saying that as though it's a fact that he's going to raise middle-class taxes, which is bogus.
But Roland, here's the Obama campaign. I guess David Plouffe is the Chris Christie of the campaign, saying their campaign is built on a tripod of lies. And the president himself has said sometimes they just make things up. So it sounds like the Democratic side is going to say, hey, liars.
Last I checked, isn't this called politics? You have lying all the time in politics. It is our responsibility to call folks out on it. On my TV One show, I have a new segment for the whole last couple of years called The Biggest Damn Lie. And it's the biggest one each week, and we hear in politics. And
that's got to be always a very tough line to draw.
No, because it's real clear, because some lies are much bigger than the others. And the bottom line is you have to call folks out on it. Now, here's the problem I have when it comes to the debate. I do believe, though, when you hear lies in a debate, they should be called out on the spot. I have a problem with this debate commission, how it's all structured, because when you hear a lie, it shouldn't be, no, it should be, I'm sorry, Mr. Romney, or I'm sorry, President Obama. That's not true. Because with so many people watching, people want to know I'm hearing the truth. It shouldn't be, oh, let me wait 2 hours later to actually get the truth. Call them out on the lies, whoever says it, on the spot.
Oh, look, we're working from...
Sometimes that takes a tough level of preparation, although you should be able to do it more than
That's why you have a team to the side, and that's their job.
And you come back and you
live in a world.
It's not just about preparation.
But lies are often subjective. I mean, I can't even believe I'm saying that. But you can cherry pick your data on tax policy or something to be true or not true.
President Obama promised that he would not raise middle-class taxes, okay? Whereas in his Affordable Care Act, there are a number of tax increases that will impact households making less than $250,000 a year. Now, you can parse that. You can say, well, that's not a tax increase the way that I talked to you. That's something else, blah, blah. The thing is, one thing or another. Is it a tax increase or not? It certainly is through the tax system. It is impacting some middle-class households. So did you lie? He's going to say, no, I did not lie.
And that's fine. And that's fine. But again, if you say something, you call them out on it. Look, here's the deal. Romney is not going to try to bring that up in the debate, nor will President Obama, because the moment you do, you now have opened the door for your opponent to actually call you out.
Oh, then you got to look in the mirror, and it's an ugly picture.
There you go. And so the responsibility is going to rest on the debate moderator, who is not going to do it. But again, what people out there are saying is, can I get somebody to tell me the truth? And I will say this here. You can parse words all you want to, but there are some things called undeniable truth. And so no matter how you want to dance around it, there are some things that are very clear. Some things are true, some things are false.
There's also such a thing as throwing things against the wall and then counting on the possibility that only after the election will we sort out the truth.
Right.
And that is what the Obama campaign has been extremely effective at doing. And the Romney campaign hasn't been as effective at doing that.
First of all, the Romney campaign, they've been very good when it comes to the lies. Because, look, I can show you the proof. Just go to our website. We got it all the time. But again, you have campaigns.
Again, that's another thing you're going to have to check up on after the fact, right?
And that's my point. You said earlier.
You want to call it?
No. You said earlier, don't fact check during the debate. I said, Absolutely. If you have that many eyeballs watching, and this is for the presidency...
We can go back and look at the transcript. I did not say don't fact check during the debate. I said that it's subjective and it's unclear and you can manipulate the process.
To some things, but there are some things that are very clear. That are very clear as either true or false. And so, for instance, if you hear Romney say with the stimulus that was all spent on projects that didn't work, first of all, 40% of the stimulus actually was tax cuts.
That?
No. Oh, dude, seriously? Do you need us to press play?
It is a Republican talking point that the stimulus did not succeed.
But he didn't say that none of it worked. In fact,
I'm not arguing. First of all, we have heard people say none of it has worked. I'm not arguing.
But you said Mitt Romney said that.
I'm making the point.
This is throwing things against the wall and seeing what sticks.
I'm not throwing it against the wall. I'm stating what has been said. I'm making the point.
Not what Mitt Romney said, but fair enough. Okay.
Erin, in a debate, what I'm saying is we should have the opportunity that when somebody makes a statement, you can have your team, their laptop sitting right there. Well, I say, I'm sorry, a moment ago you said this here. That's simply not true. And you put them on the spot to have to answer that versus let it slide and then we figure it out later.
Well, Roland, but Roland, you're saying you agree there could be a role for that sort of a thing.
Well, here's the problem. It all depends on who
to say, look, tax cuts on the middle class, for example.
It depends critically on who the moderator is, right? And fundamentally, I think that it's fair to say that the Romney campaign doesn't generally feel like they're getting a fair shake. So I think that when you actually say, look at the fact checkers in the Washington Post and various other publications that have been objectively fact checking various statements, the thing is that they are actually incredibly subjective. They themselves have been fact checked in many cases, and they haven't actually told the complete story.
Didn't both campaigns agree to the moderators already? So they already have agreed to it. I'm simply saying you can do it. So it's not like that's somehow up in the air.
They didn't agree to actually the moderators entering the debate and becoming participants in the debate.
Having done fact-checking briefly during one of the conventions, that being a fact-checker is, you got to take a lot of vile nastiness.
That's because people don't like being called out on lies.
People do not like it when it doesn't go in their direction. All right, well, thanks very much to both of you.